all four of us on the screen each do independent media, as evidenced by the fact that we're on the screen with you now. I want to cover the story of One American News Network, that it has been obtained information by Reuters. Reuters has obtained information from a court proceeding that shows us that the primary funding for this far right, this ultra conservative, pro-Trump, pro-January 6th, pro-big lie media network was funded by contracts with AT&T and DirecTV. And in the proceedings, the court proceedings that was obtained by Reuters, in it, it clearly stated, the attorneys for OAN clearly stated that if not for those contracts, their network would not exist. Now, I just dropped a clip in our Slack because I just kind of want people to see what we're dealing with when we're talking about One American News Network. We're talking about people who squarely align with white supremacy, with the big lie, with the January 6ers, with the thin blue line, with the police force. These are the people who sided with Derek Chauvin over George Floyd. And this is being brought to us by AT&T and DirecTV, according to documents obtained by Reuters. If we have that clip, I want us to run it. And the person that you're going to see in this clip is, his name is Jack Posobiec, or Posobiec, however you pronounce this guy. He is one of the leading alt-right, proudly fascist voices on the far right. And he is here in a clip promoting the January 6th incident. Let's take a look at it from One American News Network.
The whole country is talking about the events of January 6th. Was it a protest? Was it a rally? Was it a riot? One American News doesn't need to ask that question because we were there when it happened. Join us as we bring you eyewitness testimony in real time from those who were on the ground to see this historic day and these historic events take place. One American News investigates inside January 6th, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific.
So basically, it's a snitching show because you about to give away all the news. Let's get it. I'm ready for it. Let's go. About to snitch on all y'all.
Hey James, I didn't say that they were particularly smart in terms of politics, but they are smart in terms of money. Because Tim, you know how hard this game is, bro. Could you have not used an influx of cash from AT&T to sustain Tim Black at night?
I still could. No, yeah, it's an uphill battle, as you know, Ben. You know, we're always looking for ways to expand. And kudos to you for doing what you're doing, brother, and being able to make some moves. And that's very important to do that because in order to compete, that's part of the reason why the right is growing is because they're getting money. Recently, Dr. Adolph Reed, he was in an interview with I think it was Katie Harper or someone, and he was expressing how there's been an influx of cash from the right to left influencers. Yeah, left influencers are getting paid under the table by the right, approaching them with money. So when we say, oh, we notice a tilt towards the right, it ain't just OAN, my brother. It's others as well. We come with the smoke for them because that's what it is.
Yes, we do. Tim trying to take me back to the streets, man. I've been trying to stay away from them Twitter streets. He tried to bring me back. Pascal, what do you think about OAN getting? I mean, and here's the context. A little more context here. So how it happened was the creators of OAN had a freestanding relationship with AT&T. AT&T, allegedly, according to these documents obtained by Reuters, stated that they wanted more conservative programming. And all they had, listen to this, they said all they had was Fox News. As if Fox News isn't at the top of the mountain of Propaganda Hill, right? And they said, according to Reuters documents that they obtained from court proceedings, where the attorneys for OAN were making it clear that they would not have existed without AT&T. The reason they existed in the first place was because they came to them. AT&T executives came to them, the owners, and said, we need another conservative network. And they got the contracts.
Wow.
Pascal.
For me, because we've been covering stuff like obviously all of us, Tim Black show, like it or not, my show as well, we've been covering the things that were going on in the 6. And for me, it still just blows my mind. I'm sorry, I have to boil it down to just the foundation of it all, that this whole thing even actually went down, that the 6 actually went down. What blows my mind even more is that there are news media outlets that are still trying to push a certain narrative like nothing happened, like they did no wrong. It's just so asinine to me. I mean, for me, it's like, make this make sense. But what's so funny is that that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it make sense. The powers that be at AT&T are going, hey, OAN, come here. We'll throw you a whole bunch of bags. Secure the bags, baby. Make the monies. And try to make this make sense. Make the math right. To me,
the math ain't mathin', baby.
Math ain't mathin' to me,
baby.
But hey, as soon as you put the couple zeros at the end of that check, everything makes sense suddenly, right? So, money does a lot of. Money is an amazing energy that can change somebody's trajectory real quick, and we see this clear as day. That there are people out here, media outlets out here, that are willing to do anything to secure them bags. It's sad to me. It's really, really sad. But here it is, though. Surprise! I don't watch that kind of stuff. I don't watch that network. Why? Because I know that channel, that network is corrupt. And Fox News, in my personal opinion, is corrupt. So I don't waste my time with this ish. To me, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Like, I'm not surprised about them getting this check. Fox News is the same thing. They get paid from some higher entity, and then they're told what to spit out. Those are hired actors on camera. You see what I'm saying? Mainstream media is basically hired actors that just talk like this. This is CNN. I mean, come on. That's why independent media. That's why independent media is crucial nowadays. This is why a channel like this, Tim Black's show, shameless plug, my show, is important nowadays more than ever, because you're getting the real news, you're getting the real facts, and you're getting real opinions, not just something that was written by some script writers and they're just reading off of a teleprompter. No offense, that's what we see every single live-long day on mainstream media right now.
That's right.
Yeah, I want people to know, coming on the Ben Dixon Show, they told me some questions that might be asked, a couple of them, but this been free will and ain't nobody telling us what to say. Ben don't know what kind of crazy stuff I'm going to say today. He don't know.
Hey,
so
let's play that game. I got to
Here you go.
We got some distinguished guests today, so I was going to say, let's play that game, because we are free, right? We 4 free black men on the show. We have free black women on the show. We have free non-gender conforming. We have, we say what has to be said, and that comes at a cost. Here's the cost. James, you could attest to the cost. Hell, all of y'all could attest to the cost. We produce this content with every dime that we can scrape up and every patron that supports us, right? And we're out here speaking truth to power, unapologetically. Tim, I have no idea what you want to say, what you can't say, what you might say. Have your way. That said, the kind of platform that we have is not what the powerful are looking for. Because if they were looking for it, they would be pouring money into it, because they know these platforms are here. Tim, you've been on, who is that? What's that guy? Dr. Phil, right? You've had major viral videos. They know your work. They know what's going over there at the Pascal Show. They sure as hell know what's going over here at the Benjamin Dixon Show, and like it or not, right? But you're not going to see these people write checks. And here, let me give you this last bit of context. There's a lot to this story. They do not have, OAN does not have significant ad revenue. Now, just saying that to the 3 of you on the screen, you already know how the hell, Sway, how are they able? It's because they're not being paid for their performance. They're being subsidized by AT&T. This is not an ad revenue split. No, this is AT&T literally saying, here, we're going to pay you to produce this propaganda. And not only that, they considered, watch this, the reason they did this, according to the documents obtained by Reuters from the court proceedings in the lawsuit involving OAN, The reason is because AT&T stated that they believe that there were 7 liberal, left-leaning outlets and only 1 conservative outlet in Fox News. They considered MSNBC to be liberal or progressive. They considered CNN to be progressive. They considered all the other ones in that echo chamber to be progressive. And that's why they're subsidizing right-wing conspiracy theories. Gentlemen, I leave the floor to you, whoever wants to talk.
Well, I'll take a stab at this. That's nonsense. 7 progressives, 7 progressive entities. What entities? Those people are center, if not to the right, brother. Come on now. So I hear this all the time, and isn't it offensive, brother, when they say that like a CNN is corporate. Like they're gonna play both sides. That's what they do. They play both sides, but they're both center organizations. MSNBC pretty much center. You got a couple individuals occasionally, from time to time they'll say things of a progressive tone, but at the end of the day, they're running by advertisers. They're running by the same type of corporate structures that other news entities are. So look, independent media is the only place. So I don't know what AT&T is saying here. Look, you want to support right-wing propaganda? At least you can do is own it and say that's what we want to promote. That's what you're doing. You're doing the bidding of those right-wingers out there, those extremists. They're the ones that are doing that radicalization. You want to de-radicalize somebody, get them off of OAN, get them off Fox News. That's where it's happening. Notice no one wants to de-radicalize brothers in the hood. No one wants to de-radicalize Bloods and Crips or gangster disciples. No one wants to de-radicalize them. So anyway, it's just something that came to mind. So no, nonsense. They want to push their agenda, and that's what they're doing. That's why they're funding it.
Yeah, and then
James,
let's not forget either that DirecTV is part of AT&T. AT&T is part of DirecTV. This is all it's a money grab. So why not make a new network so we can get all these right wing people and conservative to watch this network? And we can build money off of it and make money. So y'all build this network out, we'll fund it and put it on DirecTV and any other network. Like I've never heard of this network because this sure as hell is not on my TV at all. So that's cool. But why not do that so they can build out, make more money? Give them money, we make money by viewers. Simple as that. Because what he said, y'all only claimed there was only one Fox News. So then why not get they 10, 13 million viewers that they have over there and let's bring some of them over here to this fake ass network. I'm sorry. Whatever it is, one ass network, one, I don't care. I forgot what it's called. Never mind. What he said, y'all, we say whatever the hell we want to.
Pascal, no, man, Pascal, I know you got to get out of here. Pascal, get the last word on this topic, man.
Okay. So what I find interesting, and then also tell us what you got coming up on your show, because your show's coming up in about 20 minutes. I got a laundry list of things that we're going to be talking about today. Here in a couple minutes. So be sure to tune in to the Pascal Show. I will be starting a little bit later than 9 a.m. Central Standard Time because I'm on this wonderful platform right now. But what I wanted to say really quick, no, one ass network. But one thing that I wanted to point out is that is it just me, or do I feel like there's a very strong conservative voice out there? The conservative narrative really is strong and prominent out here in these political streets. Okay. One thing that I've noticed is that why aren't progressive, liberal voices? I feel like the liberal voice, the progressive voice is still very small. Why aren't they not getting the support and the monies? Okay. That I feel like that most of these channels really do deserve, and networks. Let's talk about mainstream media too, right? I feel like, yes, we have CNN, right? We have MSNBC, but there's still such a prominent voice in the conservative realm that even when you go onto like these kind of platforms, like when you go onto YouTubes, to the tubes, right? There is such a prominent conservative voice and prominent conservative audience that I feel like what's another one? What's another? Where's Verizon? You know what I mean? Where's T-Mobile, Sprint? You know what I mean?
Who's gonna fund the opposition?
See what I'm saying? Who's going to
Gotcha.
fund the voices that are speaking out here on in these political streets? Because right now, I feel like the most prominent voice that we see all the time is the conservative voice. We have a very diminishing, small, liberal voice that's out here, liberal, progressive voice that's out here. Why aren't we getting, not turning into puppets, but why are we not getting the funding and the respect and the acknowledgement that we actually deserve? I've noticed, just one thing. I've noticed that I see a lot of conservative channels, just for example, I don't mean to go off the beaten path here, so forgive me and bless me with this, guys. Grant me some grace on this. But
We got you.
One thing that doesn't make sense to me is that you see many platforms, liberal, very highly opinionated channels that are very strong, promising voices that suddenly get snuffed out. But these conservative shows that say the craziest stuff, Tucker Carlson, have no problem. They are surviving. They're billions of dollars, right? So the thing that I'm trying to make sense of all this is, why is it that there isn't the opposition? Why isn't there a prominent, stronger liberal voice, liberal progressive voice out here? Because it seems to me like there is an audience that is out here. We see it in the chat right now that wants to hear our thoughts and minds. Why is it not stronger?
So Pascal, I'm gonna hop in. I think I got two things on your point.
Come on,
and I
with it.
One,
well, you got to identify yourself, brother.
So
that's the voice of God.
Yeah, this is the fifth bald black guy. You just don't see me. So, so the first thing I think is because that liberal progressive message doesn't fit into the 1%'s plan. That 1% is all about that conservative message. I think the second thing is because if you look at the conservative right-wing message, they all on the same page. They all saying the same thing. On the other side, on the left progressive side, there's so many different factions. It's just so separated, so segregated, that splits that audience, and it makes it harder for there to be one concerted message. So
Dwayne, what you're basically saying is that the liberal voice, the progressive voice, and the progressive and liberal thought are not made of robots. We're not just speaking things that are by rote, because that's what you hear. Since Trump said this, therefore we got to say exactly what he says. I hear this all the time. I mean, still to this day.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
That's exactly what it is. But I think it's partly to the detriment of the left, because we can't never get on the same page. Even though everybody is trying to do good, everybody is trying to do it in so many different ways, and we can't never get on the same page, and that's why we always getting beat up by the right. That's why their message is always front and center, because they got one message, and they all got the same talking points, and they just beating us over the head with it every single day.
I mean, folks, they really got folks out here thinking that wearing a mask is rape and children, right? That's how unified they are with their message.